Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First is sangguniang panglungsod resolution endorsing the request of Mayor Silso Rehencia for a financial assistance to local government units from the Bayanihan to recover as one act, Republic Act number 11494 for the City of Iligan in the total amount of 87 million. For record purposes, Mr. Chairman, I would like to read what is requested by the Honorable Mayor from the Department of Budget and Management. Number one is the food assistance and other relief goods for affected households in the amount of 20 million. Expenses for the purchase of rental of tents or spaces for temporary shelters, 15 million. Food, transportation, including fuel, and accommodation expenses of medical personnel and other eligible personnel directly involved in the implementation of COVID-19 related PPAs, 13 million. Expenses for the lease of rental of additional space or building to accommodate COVID-19 patients and persons including ROFs and LSI in the amount of 11 million. Procurement of hospital equipment and supplies, 10 million. Procurement of equipment, reagents and kits for COVID-19 testing, 8 million. Procurement of medical transport vehicle and emergency response vehicle, 7 million. Procurement of personal protective equipment, 3 million, or a total of 87 million, Mr. Chairman. This resolution is very urgent and important because the DBM office is waiting. Yes. Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, any comments?
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, I am in support to this resolution, Mr. Chairman. But I just would like also to ask Councilor Pardillo with regards to the food and relief support to barangays. Because as far as I know, ang barangay kuno karon is gipili lang bitaw tong mga grupo, Mr. Chairman, katong sikad, katong mga manicurista,
maybe this
how about katong uban nga aside sa manicurista katong
Councilor Michelle, if you listen to the mayor and the announcement in the press from the office to the mayor, the people that will be given assistance will be assistance that we have in the budget. The people who most need assistance, wage earners, the carpenters, the masons, the displaced, the drivers, which includes Mexica, the Malabang, bus drivers, and any other drivers, school drivers, including grabs, and the fishermen. Fishermen perhaps have no income. I think it includes those katong walang trabaho, okay, katong walang trabaho, atong matabangan, how much for katong?
Yes.
In other words, the previous were given like the middle class one fixed income for the month, and for the upper class, they were not beneficiary to this. So beneficiary would be the poor people. So katong daily wage earners naman. So I think maybe Councilor Perez you can explain us how much did we approve for that rice subsidy? I think how much was that in the supplemental?
am I recognized, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Madungog na ba ko?
Yes.
Just to inform Councilor Sweet, the money used for that assistance, for relief goods to affected households was coming from the local government unit. In fact, we approved the I think that is supplemental budget number 4, no, na 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, nga to in the amount of 172 million. Part of those 172 million was the purchase of rice to be given to the poorest of the poor, those who are really affected. But this particular funding coming from the DBM, no, kasi this will augment our money, no, to be used to give relief assistance to our poor people. Dako nigtabang siya kung panilan aprobahan ni. Kaya we're not sure that the DBM will approve this because this local budget circular, if you have the copy of this is requested by some congressmen. But according to those some congressmen, they lost their nawala daw on transit ang ilang mga request for funding sa COVID-19. So I think they pass resolution in Congress na to appropriate 1.5 billion. That's why I called up the Secretary of Department of Budget and Management yesterday and requested if we can avail this amount on how much. According to him, they just send your request through email and through ordinary mail, no? Make it fast because this request is not coming really from the Department of Budget and Management. This is coming from some I think not satisfied congressmen nga wala daw makuha nawala ang ilang mga request ngadto sa President Support Fund. So ang ato naman just to take advantage we have connections, some connections in Manila. That's why the mayor we during the finance committee meeting yesterday we included this thing, no, nga kani ato ning appeal pero kinala paspasan na to gamay. That's why I'm requesting, no, sa Sangguniang Panglungsod nga if possible I'm recommending for the mass motion for this na matagaan taning 87 million. Anyway, doon naman yung mga patakaran na yung mga guideline on how to liquidate this thing, just like the other Bayanihan Act, no? In fact, we already liquidated the 137 million. Tapos na yun eh. Karoon yan na punta. Wala man tayo lang ipangayo kanila man. So that's it. Yes.
Penny, Pardillo. So this request for legal action and approval, this has to be submitted yet to the DBM.
Yes. This is urgent.
So it is not a grant given already to us.
No.
It's
not. No.
We have to request, for our guidance, we have to request this still to the DBM.
Yes. This is requested pa ni. That's why I'm asking the help of the Sangguniang Panglungsod.
Chairman.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, this is very noble resolution. I am in support to this resolution to Councilor Pardillo, Mr. Chairman. Siguro maybe later, once we already have it, maybe just a suggestion, Mr. Chairman, on the identifying, like through IATF, identifying those poorest of the poor. Kay ang uban magud, Mr. Chairman, gi-request to mga manicurista pero ang kato daw mag-alutay wala. And katong mga ilalong bitaw sa tulay, Mr. Chairman, in Mayahay, itong mga balas-balas na wala gyud tao income, pero siguro that would be later pag naanatay.
Hopefully. This is why we have been asking our people in the barangay and also facility. They have some commitments in the barangay because these are the people that are much concerned of. We have to help and we have to remind, as we have been repeatedly reminding our people in the barangay through radios and some kanang releases nato, that please in town, mga barangay officials, mga barangay itawag nato puro presidents and barangay councils, please in town, do your job, do your work. Kaya malugo mo sa mga tao, kinsa na mga kongregante ng kapag-pagpulan. And sa ato pagkitahangin kanila, please in town, ayaw in town ninyo kung i-discriminate ang mga kubre na nagkinahanglan kung in town sa tama. No? Tungod kay ganis sila na mga katawhan na dili na ako amigo, dili na ako sila yakin. This is the time to practice justice and town for our people, especially the poor. No? Muna itong hangin kanunay din sa mga mga barang official, so kanina mga poor presidents. Sumula na ito pala doon. Okay? There are still some complaints who are maabot sa ano. Kaya wala po sila matagay out. kaya wala sila mapilsins na. So we ask our people, for people who come to yung official, advise them to go to the barangay captain, go to the report president. Kung mahimong awayon nila ilang barangay captain, awayon nila ilang barangay president, nanong nila si Atil, tayo mo na kasi na
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will.
Councilor Charles Tabula. Councilor Charles Tabula, please. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I am with this proposal, not in favor of this proposal, but naalam ko yung pangutan na, Mr. Chair, with regards to number 2 and number 4, it states here na expenses for the purchase of rental of tents or spaces for temporary shelters. And so with number 4, expenses for the lease or rental. Nakako pangutan na, Mr. Chair, pila ba di kabulan na itong rental?
We do not know, Councilor Tabula, we do not know until when we will rent. No? We do not know actually. Kano sa mag-rent ng hotel, kano sa mag-rent ng beach house, kano sa mag-rent ng kanang hospital. No?
Until COVID is gone.
Kano sa it could be a year, it could be more than a year. Until COVID is still around, I think we still need to rent locating spaces and temporary shelters for our COVID hospitals. Councilor Pardillo, you were raising your hand?
Mr. Chairman, just for the record, I would like to inform all the members of the 7th Pangungsod that the LGU has nothing to do with the identification of those who are qualified to receive the relief assistance. It is passed through the barangay officials. It's now the responsibility of the barangay officials, including the puro presidents, to identify, because that's within their communities. Na sila yung ma-identify. Dili ang LGU, kaya kasagaran mo ang pasanginlan ang local government unit ng antagaan kanara. But actually, it is passed through the barangay officials. Kung kinsa ng mga barangay officials, it is now monitored. Kung kinsa ng mga barangay official, nga mo gapoy gihimo, just like the distribution of the SAP. Kung ano ang atong gihimo, so ato ning karohon nga dili local government unit ang nag-identify kung kinsa tagaan ni. It's the barangay captain together with the kagawads and of course to include the puro presidents. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Councilor Shakor.
Regarding anak, Mr. Chairman ba, pwede na ito ang sa kakal.
Ano naman?
Exit connection
Sa mga construction na binaka sa mga ticket nila. Gina-include din ako sa listing ang mga construction worker. Kaya sila magbitaan ko ate. Since nga, ako manabangon sila, wala man sila masakyan.
Yes, Councilor Shakor. It is very clear, Councilor Shakor. Councilor Shakor, it is very clear on the guidelines.
Katong nawan ang trabaho.
Dealing with earners who are displaced, that would include the construction workers, the masons, the carpenters, and many other daily wage workers. No? So mga driver, akilas na dyan, mga barbero, mga mercanista, mga masahista, mga sanadya. No? So I think it needs a lot of expansion of the common sense of our barangay officials and our barangay puro presidents to absorb the order coming from the office of the governor. No? Kanang ipangutana pa ang construction worker din natin. Active lagi ng tao. Kaya hindi wage earners pa na sila na na-displace.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Shakor.
Kaya kasubmit man ko sa mga barangay karon, Mr. Chairman, dito sa NEC, sa office ni Kuan, Sir Bakong, nagsubmit ni og mga listing, include na mo ang construction worker. Pero ang nita po, wala man lang sa distribution sa relief goods. Ang lang kita gaan, nakatula mga balabal driver, o ang kanang mga kuan, kanang matahista, barber, mga barbers, mora gyud ang kuan sa pagkakaroon sa second batch ng mga tagaan. So ang construction worker na di-press siya karon nga subject for kuando kanang for approval po na.
Councilor Shakor, I think you are the chair of the barangay, no? You can always make that representation to the office of the mayor. kung wala na masabti sa iyang mga tao, I think you have to make that proposition to the office of the mayor. Kaya we have allotted 30 million in our supplemental budget to help these poor people who are displaced tungod na ning atong status sa Pilipinas. Now, if we exclude them, they will defeat the purpose of assisting the poor. Di ba? So I think you need to, as the chair of the barangay league,
Council.
the office of the mayor and the office of the district, na dili man ako hindi kay mo man ang atong tabangan. With kita ra brown part sa ato sa mga kalusun, I have to repeat this. Walang nila ma-deliver nato sa atong mga public at tao na atong tabangan, pero you have to ask them. No? Kay ikaw ang meron connection to the Councilor Sepor nato sa kaning mga tao niya sa administrator's office. I think you have to explain that I think in the mind of the mayor mo, in the mind of the councilors mo, atong gusto mo tawangan. Councilor Pardillo?
Yes, okay. Siguro no kay basig do na lay basig do na lay wa masabti bitaw. I would like to suggest to Councilor Sector na magkikita sa city administrator, because I understand that the city administrator, no, as member of the ITF, is now managing in the distribution of these relief goods. But siguro lang sabto, when we see this place, dalan na tanan construction kanang naundang magtrabaho, kanang naundang trabaho muna angay na tong tabangan karon. Dili kay masahista lang. We will mention very specific ba, masahista, manicurista, habal-habal driver. Munang appeal ni sa sector sa na-displace. But there are other sectors nga kanang na-displace, kanang mga construction workers. Appeal na siya tanan ana. Gamay lang pagsabot lang siguro ani ambot giun sa pagsabot sa implementors in the field. Yun sa la pagsabot. Basta ang giingon din kanang mga na-displace, way trabaho karon, moy angay na tong tabangan. Pero di ingon nga, sapian kay kandako, doon na kay restaurant, disirhan yung restaurant, niya, mangayo kag apil, pila ka kilo, 5 ka kilo. That's unfair to the poor. Nadako kay ka, just for 10, pila man 30 days. Niya, dako kay kag restaurant, niya, mangayo pag kag 5 ka kilo. Ihatag lang nas mga pobre. Para matagaan mo ni mga displaced nga construction workers, kina mga habal-habal ba. In fact, ang habal-habal, lisod kayo na-identify. Kaya habal-habal, ato man ang gidisalaw ang mudagan sa dalan. How do we identify the habal-habal drivers? So, narana sa discretion sa barangay officials. Nana sa inyo, nana.
Okay, I think we have now deviated from our original resolution, no? Proposition.
Yeah.
Track na dito sa pangan, no? I will which is the endorsement of the mayor requested for
the endorsement, I think the endorsement of the Sangguniang Lungsod.
Yes. So it's related to this, Councilor Bong,
actually, this bayanihan ko, itong pangayo. This is already, the amount is already allotted, no? Naay nakabutang diha nga para sa improvement sa healthcare, ay diha nakabutang sa cash forward program,
Yes.
agricultural support, assistance for countries affected by the pandemic, improvement of coronavirus vaccines, pero nakabutang na siya sa tanan mga departments, secretary, no? Kung ever tatag cash forward, bato ka sa DSWD, kung umingon ka, o bato ka sa labor, Noli. Now, kani is just only an endorsement for the request nga matagaan ta.
Yes,
No?
that's correct.
Dali lang akong naalit sa number 2 ba to nga kung sa number 2 manggod nakabutang dito nga expenses for the purchase or rental for space for temporary shelters. So I presume nga temporary shelters kato siguro yung dili kayo saan ni severe na ni o di pa ni severe?
Magdepende.
Namang kay
actually, hindi severe,
kayo. So, namang gutay karon nga katong mega nato nga isolation center diya sa DPWH sa NSC. No? Kung napuno na to siya, naman po siguro yung mag-graduate na. Unsa ni siya para siya ni ani kay 50 million ba ni? 50 million. Pero di pa po sure kung ma-approve ang hindi.
Oh.
Pero this is in line with the medicine sa ato enhancement sa ato ang medical support kay related man sa COVID. Pero nga ko lang kuan diri is this is not final yet, but kung magahinan ni siya 15 million nananatay mega isolation, ato pagyapon sa gamiton.
Yeah, just a comment to be here. I think this is with the help of the INF and in preparation. Am I right, Councilor?
Yes, yes.
I think this is with the help of the INF. No, ang idea of what we're thinking of is we're preparing for the worst. We're preparing for the worst. No, so that would mean ang atong COVID facility like shelters should not be limited only to 400 beds. We can exaggerate it if we will have COVID 1,000 or 2,000. We shall we accommodate that. No, kaning mga positive kaya nga itong move is pag positive ay pula mo na to. Now, ang atong positive route, if I think we have more or less 500, am I right, Mark? We have more or less 500 beds. Yes,
Chair, close to 500, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so we are close to 500. Now, if our positive will be balloon, when the laboratory we should have, which can be over by a month or less than 2 months. So, ang contact tracing and testing, possible daghan ang positive, ano, tungkulin ang practice. So, it would even mean we have 1,000 or 2,000 positives. God forbid it will happen to us, but we will prepare for that. So, kung mamatay kayo, kinakatagalan natin positives. That is why kinaka-accommodate natin. How to accommodate din sila? We should be prepared. No? Kailangan doon tayo accommodate. And we live into the basic fit how we do it. Of course, with our help. Ang atong ibukan din na to, we support what will be the efforts in combating COVID, in accommodating sa efforts of COVID. And we live into them. No, I'm pretty sure kung kanil 15 million din po namin, either ito be reverted or as a suggestion ka.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, this will be returned to Mr. Chairman. Kung di ni magamit, we will return this to the Department of Budget. That is part of the guideline. Dili ni pwedeng ato ni taguan nga wala din na maong purpose tong gamitan. Kung dili ni mga gamit ni mga kwartaha, ato ning iuli dito because this is closely monitored by the national government.
And I know this would be according to the plan, as is rider all the time. That would be according to the rules and regulations
Yes,
of counting and auditing procedures. Councilor, for your
Yes. This question, Mr. Chair. Spending to rentals, no, the number 2 and number 4. Why don't we use this for the construction of cubicles in National Steel Corporation? Para beside additional cubicles, since we already have 400 plus. So we can use this 15 million and 11 million to construct extra cubicles since we do not know up to when this COVID will be, no? 2 years pa at least, dili na tamo mag-rent.
Councilor Maki.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, as of today, we already have an existing isolation facilities in National Steel Corporation. One is in the admin building, and the other one is sa gym sa NSC. And with regards also in connection sa imong comment earlier, Mr. Chair, actually ang DILG sa ako sa ilang memorandum order, we are required to have at least 800 to 1,000 isolation facilities. So we are short by half of the required number of isolation facilities based on the order, memorandum order from the DILG, Mr. Chair.
So maybe we are just stuck with the language here because it is a very big amount, 50 billion, and it is on the rental of tents only. No, so we do not know what would be the figure, what would be the tanway na ng tents. Ang atong nasairan, if we saw the example of the symptom, katong mga tents na dagko ka ng mga sa army, that could be the form and the image of that tents. But anyway, this is the language, but we can always use, no, like what we were doing in TDC. We purchased itong mga 40-footer bags, no, that serve as our isolation facilities. No? It's up actually to the ATF how they will go about this. If this will be approved, no? we will give them to their own imagination how they can provide what they are going to buy or what we can purchase for rent to accommodate positives that we have to house during the pandemic. Okay? Okay, so
No.
is there any more?
Mr. Chairman, just to make a quick response, the query of Councilor Tamola regarding this expense. Number 4, item number 4, moment siguro niya yun.
Yes.
Expenses for the lease of rental of additional space or building to accommodate COVID-19 patients and persons including ROFs and Nilisay. All the time during the pandemic, Mr. Chairman, we have problems about money. Karon daghan na kayong hotel atong gigamit ani okay ba kung makabayad pa ba taning hubang hotel nga atong gigamit until now, so magamit na ng 11 million dito. Kung modaghan ba gining hotel, I think we can get some from item number 2 atong ipuno din depending on the extent of this COVID-19. Di ba ta kasiguro kano sa nimundang if this will stop maybe at the end of the month, what a problema, and this will be approved aton ning gil na to sultihan na lang natong DBM ngayon naghihatag kay wala may problema.
That is correct also, Councilor Pardillo. In my private discussion with through the cellular Secretary Galvez, Secretary Galvez suggested to me that look for hotels and whatever resort, whatever you have available in Pilipinas, so that you can rent, because Bayanihan too will fund that rentals. So some hotels are not fully renting out their spaces. No? With the funds that we have now, para Manila, nag-rent or manipis nito. May 15 million or 11 million.
Oh.
Maybe hotels should be encouraged to rent out their hotels. No? Kaya wala mang give free kanang mga kitawagan ng guests. No? So, ang nag-rent naman na ito, nag-allow na ito rent na may hotels man.
Mga Indra man wala may hotel.
Hotels din ako. Mga inns na natin. Big hotels such as sa Tibanga, kaming Tangupa, Mar Cristina.
Oh, Mar Cristina, Alemania.
They will be Alemania.
Oh.
You can rent it out. Tundaan sila, booker sila niya na awan. Ang importante, we have money and then can support our efforts to accommodate our
COVID patients.
problems ato mga COVID positives. So, is there any more ni Secretary?
Hearing no objection, I hereby reflect 15 affirmative votes for the said motion.
And the motion is carried.